It's that type of news. I'm Dutch Perman with my own intro music.
You know, we can just put the intro music in later, right?
Yeah, well, you never, ever put it in the video.
Well, that's because
the scene it.
you don't ask me to put it in the
Don't need
video.
to ask you that. It's a new show. Don't need to ask you that. Just because
Is it? Is it a new show? It's a whatever I feel like talking about today's show. That's what it is.
Well, guess what? People are looking at it. Okay, they're looking at that, and they're looking at that stupid straw. How about that?
No, I ain't gonna hate on my straw.
Because it's a little, little, you know.
It's a silly straw.
Yep, and you sure look silly.
It also doubles as brass knuckles for those rowdy ball fights.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna be rowdy in those bars, aren't you? Especially these ones. That's the type of bars you see this.
You trying to get us sued?
No, I'm not. I'm not
You trying to get us sued?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. That's where they typically are used in a nice flowy island drink.
I wouldn't know. I've never actually been to a bar before.
Well, that's
Either way, whatever. That's not a lie.
Moving on. That's about all the jokes we're going to be able to get in this video, considering that we have a extremely serious issue to talk about, and that is the state of our hospital. We have no beds. We have people abandoning the elderly members of the family.
Just leaving them there.
And we have these big fat rooms. They are monstrous. I mean, you're talking...
Everything in that hospital is monstrous. And you walk into that lobby, foyer, whatever you want to call it, you could fit King Edward Hospital in the lobby of the new hospital.
That's right.
That place is massive.
And-
Massive.
And before anyone starts pointing their fingers at either side, OBA, PLP, both of them agreed on the hospital. So they're both taken up, boop, right on the forehead. So
Yeah.
I will stop and say that
Well,
my favorite, the MP, Patricia Gordon Pamphlet. I met you in Upper Crust. Thank you so much for speaking to me. I love you. She was the one who spoke out about the hospital and the possible difficulties it may encounter with its design.
you mean the possible difficulties it has encountered?
Well, you know, it was made.
Flawed design
Yeah, it was made back then, though. It made
that was put into perspective from the who?
PLP.
Who put it? Who did they put it in?
The PLP.
Because it's funny because it seems like a lot of people want to blame
They want Bermuda
the
Lines.
Bermuda Alliance.
Yeah.
Like, okay, y'all can blame him for the airport. Blame him for the airport. Don't blame him for the hospital.
So
Like, you know,
right now,
double whammy at this point.
it's right now the OBA is playing that guy that saw the murder but looked away. You know what I mean? Like they didn't actually commit the murder, but they just kind of because I mean when it was being tabled, they agreed, but they were opposition, so there's really not much they could have done anyway.
Fair enough.
But they could have at least you know, like, but
There was some outcry, but remember back then there was 3 parties back then.
yeah. So good luck.
EVA, UBP, and the OVA wasn't even around back then.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. Patricia didn't wake nobody. She didn't wait. She hopped right on it. She said, "Nah, that's not gonna work." And guess what? It hasn't. So
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. This is the problem. Why y'all leaving these old people at this hospital for? Why y'all just leaving them?
I feel like we in the West have a horrible culture of taking care of
We do.
parents. Like, I mean, in the East, it's kind of like a must. You know what I mean? Like, they have
No, and-
ingrained in the society.
Yeah, in China they don't even have daycare services. The children stay with the grandparents. If the grandparents like working, they watching the kids.
That's right.
It's very family oriented, and in a society that considers itself family orientated, why y'all leaving old people at the hospital for? Go get your grandma.
And the thing is, not only that, but it's funny how everybody wants to be the senior citizen's friend when it comes around voting season.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny how they like to rile them up and say how they're the only ones looking out for seniors around voting season. Now, I'm not going to point any fingers, but it's a certain party that appeals more to that generation. And I've not heard much ruckus about this situation. Not as much ruckus as I heard about the import taxes, the ruckus I heard about the airport, and just what every other cough and sneeze everybody has done. This is something that you can actually ruckus over. And I hear...
But the thing is, it's not really politically charged because the government doesn't... Contrary to common belief, the government does not tell the hospital what to do. Bermuda Hospital's board has its own governing members that decide what the hospital does. The government can't just roll up in there and be like, listen, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to give people this instead of this. No, that's not how it works. Now, the government could be like, okay, what are you like doing? I don't know. But at the end of the day, BHB is run by BHB. It's not run by the OBA. It's not run by the PLP. It's not run by the independents. We spoke about that last week. I don't know, I don't even know what I have to say, but whatever. Either way, the hospital is not a political entity. And that's kind of something that's been bothering me about everything, is that the political parties aren't like, well, what's going on?
But that's what I'm saying.
There's no outcry. Because there's no political gain for it.
But it doesn't have to be politically charged. It just comes down to you have tea parties with the senior citizens, and you had them out there in the front of a riot.
Send them to the hospital for getting pepper sprayed. Or pepper misted.
So it's like, basically, the seniors are one of our most exploited age groups in this country.
If not the most exploited age group in this country.
Yeah, basically, the PLP's been riling them up, and now when it's come down to having the back legit, like where they actually need places to stay and they actually need to have something enforced so that the people leaving them there are punished, because I feel like it should be a fine. I feel like it should be a finable offense to abandon one of your elderly members without any...
Especially when that elderly member can be discharged from the hospital. So hypothetically, I leave my grandma there. I would never leave my grandma there because she will smack me in the next week.
That's right.
But either way, if I left my grandma there, that means that somebody decks out, breaks a leg,
right,
gets a chunk taken out of the arm. They ain't got a hospital bed because I'm selfish and I left my grandma at the hospital.
Fine them.
Fine them. Sue them.
Whatever.
Levy charges against them. Do something.
I really believe that. I believe that it should be a finable offense, and I feel like that should be looked into by either someone table it, OBA, PLP, I don't care, but it should be a finable offense for you to leave your grandparent or whoever in a hospital bed, and they can be discharged, and there's no one there to pick them up.
Yeah, because we have 91 beds.
And that's not enough.
That's nothing. I mean, because now we have these fancy new big rooms at the hospital, but do we really need them?
No, they're not there to stay at the Hilton. They're there to get better and to
That's
get
what I'm saying. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, because I have been to see older family members in the hospital, and they were taken care of. It was very nice. It was very nice.
Of course.
But 91 beds. We have 60,000 plus people living here, and we have 91 beds. Now, hopefully, I'm wrong about this 91 beds number. That's what I heard. That's what I read. I hope I'm wrong. So if I am, please correct me in the comments, and whatever.
Yeah.
But still, really?
We take into account the whole flu issue.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Saying.
And the asthma, which is, no, don't get me wrong, asthma can be serious. A lot of people just sideline asthma like it's nothing bad or anything. Asthma kills people. Let's just put that into perspective.
But I mean, the whole flu part, I feel like they are prone to get flu from people that visit them anyway. So,
and on top of that, another question is, what about the Lamfago clinic, which is never open?
Well,
I remember, I needed to take somebody to the hospital. It wasn't anything serious, but there's nothing I could fix at home, so we had to go to the hospital. In there, 2 hours out. I didn't leave her there.
Yeah, that's right.
But my first instinct was to go to the clinic in St. David's because it was close. So I go up there, and they're like, not open till, what is it, 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
And they close at like 9? Like, What?
I'll try to have my emergency in between that time.
Yeah, like I'll try and die between your opening hours. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, thank God. Heaven forbid that I fell down and tripped over, broke my ankle at 9:05.
Now the thing is, I have been inside the clinic in St. David's when it was open. It's nice in there. There's enough space to do everything you need to do. It's not a hospital, but you know, you take a little tumble on your bike, it's there. If you're sick and you need your shot, it's there. But the problem is, it ain't ever open.
So there we have it.
Nah, I ain't got nothing more to say about this.
All I'm saying, in a first world country, just to close it out, in a first world country, I believe we should be able to take care of our citizens, our senior citizens, a lot better, and that they shouldn't just be pawns used for political gain by either side. That they are actually people, and they contributed to this society before us.
They built this society.
Exactly. Therefore, it is our duty to at least make sure they are properly taken care of to a bare minimum extent that is humanly respectable.
And go get your grandma out of the hospital.
Yeah, or else they should fine you. How about that?
How about that?
It's that type of news.
That type of whatever.
We will fine you. How about that?
I ain't fine. I don't think I have the legal documentation to do that.
I'll do it.
All right.